just came back from lab where we were growing bacteria. Gross! Not really. They actually save your life in many ways. Hey guys, my name is Maya and welcome to my channel. And today I'm going to talk to you about a book. How many times in life do you come across those books that change your perspective? You connect with them so much that it moves you to tears. I just love that experience. So two of my friends recommend this book to me, and I didn't really want to read it that time because I was already reading another book. But then one Sunday morning, I just casually thought, you know what, I'll read the book. These people have been asking me to read it. I'll just give it a try. I'll just, read a few pages maybe. But then what happened was, I started reading at 9 o'clock and it went on till 2 and I completed the entire book. Okay, the book is not very long. It's just 120 pages or so. But still, I've never done that before. So, it was a new experience for me. So, the book I'm talking about is Brian Weiss's Many Lives, Many Master. You know the main reason why I felt the book was super captivating was it talked about something that is so close to my heart. Like, it's something that I believe in. I have talked about the universe having your back and how everything we do is supported by the Lord's will and everything. So this book really gave a scientific proof that those things really happen. Universe does have your back and God is watching out for you. The background story of the author is also quite interesting. So Dr. Brian Weiss is a psychiatrist, American psychiatrist, and he considers himself a very scientific kind of person, as in he questions everything. That's what science does, right? It needs proofs. So all throughout his life, he's been this kind of person who requires proof for everything that he does. And he was not really a very spiritual person. He's never thought about life after death or believed in near-death experience and things like that. So in the book, he basically talks about his sessions with this particular patient named Catherine, which completely changes his life. Catherine was suffering from a severe case of anxiety, panic attacks, and other disorders, and she seeks help from Dr. Brian. And he tries conventional therapy for about 18 months and nothing really works out. And then he starts trying hypnosis. And in the hypnosis session, what happens is she goes back to her childhood. But what happens is she doesn't really recover from any of her symptoms. So in one of the hypnotic sessions, she goes back to her past life. And the doctor has never had such an experience ever before, where the patient goes to a past life. So past life regression was something new to him, and he never believed in afterlife or past lives. So it was something new, and he was really startled by what she was talking about. She goes back to her past life and she recollects these things which has direct relevance to why she has a particular fear. For example, she keeps having these dreams of the bridge collapsing and she's drowning in it. In one of her past lives, she has a heart attack and she falls off this bridge, and that's how she dies. That's probably the reason why she was having that dream, and it was pretty recurrent. I don't want to give you guys too much information about the book because I want you to read it, because it's an amazing read. It's a short read, it's an amazing read, and it's a must read. And I want you to experience all the amazing aha moments and wonderful revelations that I had. So that's why I'm not giving you too much details. So go check it out. So in this video, what I want to do is give you guys 4 lessons that I learned from this book. Now, there are many more. Seriously guys, there are many more. I'm gonna go back to the book and probably reread it. I have highlighted some points, read those points. And if you want more, points or more lessons from the book, definitely subscribe to my newsletter, because that's where I put in a lot of details. I have action plans for you so that you can work out stuff and actually solidify the information and the knowledge that you gain. So that's how it works. So definitely go and subscribe to my newsletter. The link is down below. And let's proceed with the 4 lessons that I learned from this amazing book. Okay, the first one. We are here to gain knowledge by which we can approach God. In the book, what happens is, when Catherine dies in one of her past lives, she leaves her body and she goes to this intermediate state where the masters, that's what the author calls them, these spirits which are of higher order, like they have greater knowledge, these masters talk to the doctor through her. So this was one of the messages that the master gave through Catherine in the book. So the purpose of our life is to gain knowledge through which we can approach God, right? So this is so true because it's also there in many of the other scriptures that I've read, and every master speaks of it. Like, the very purpose of we being here is to exhaust our karmas and gain that knowledge that we are not this body, we are not this mind, and we have a greater purpose, and that is to approach God. Like, the very basic purpose of our life is to approach God. And when I say God, like, I know there are some people out there who do not believe in God, and that is totally alright. Like, you don't have to believe in God to be spiritual or anything. What they mean by God is your highest self. Like, if you think you're this body, your mind, your intelligence and all of that, I think you've gotten it wrong, because those things keep changing and you're not that. You're so much greater than that. You're a spiritual being. You have taken a birth here because there are things that you need to learn, right? So this life as a human is given to you so that you can learn and you can approach that level of God or that level of evolution. Do you get it? Like, in the book they talk about these different stages that we all have to go through. So this human experience is just one stage in that process. So it's not everything, and we are here basically to learn. So every day is like going into the laboratory. For me, I can really correlate with working in a lab, because you go there and you do these experiments, you fail many times, but then you learn. That's what we are here for. We have been sent here so that we can work through problems. This is like assignment. This human experience is like an assignment so that we can learn from it. So grab this opportunity. Like, be grateful that you're born as a human, and start learning from life. Reflect on the things that are going on in your life and start learning from it. I know it's kind of difficult. Like, personally, I've been going through a lot of stuff lately. I don't feel like doing work and stuff. I've been procrastinating and things like that. But I need to really get down and ask myself, what is that I can learn from this experience? What is that thing that needs to come out of me so that I can evolve? You get it? So the purpose of life is to gain knowledge by which we can approach God. The next lesson is, death is like changing your clothes. It is a beautiful experience. You know what? One fear that we all have, like, no matter who you're talking about, except for the realized souls, it's this one fear that's ingrained into all human beings. Like, it's almost like as babies we are manufactured with the fear of death and fear of public speaking, because that is one big fear of many people I know, including me. Through this book, what I learned is that death is not a scary thing. At least for the person who is dying, it's not. In fact, it's a liberating experience. It's a beautiful experience. So when Catherine dies in one of her past lives, she just experiences this weightlessness. Like, she leaves her body and she becomes aware of everything, and she just floats. She says she's floating. So when the doctor asks her what is happening, she says, I'm floating. So, it's not something to be afraid of. Like that place between birth, that intermediate stage, is a stage to process what you have learned. Next lesson is that we're always guided by the masters, and they'll always send you help. Catherine in her hypnotic session actually lets masters speak to the doctor through her in that space between two births. Like after she dies in one of her past life, she goes to the state where masters can communicate to her, and she actually says those things that the masters are communicating to her, and it's beautiful. Like all the messages that the masters give are so beautiful. So one thing that I learned from reading that book is that we are always guided. The universe always has your back. Like God is just looking out for you, and you don't have to be worried about anything. Like everything happening in your life is perfect and it's supposed to be happening. That's why it's happening. Okay, the last one is everything happens for a reason. I know you all know that. I believe that it's something that we need to understand. Something that is happening in your life, which might seem like a bad experience, is put there. It has been placed there especially for you so that you can learn some lesson out of it. So make use of that, guys. Hi. She's the one who recommended the book to me.
Okay,
so thank you. Yeah.
High five.
So
I'm so much engrossed in the book, and like I'm so much engrossed in hypnotism and this what's that called? Past life regression therapy, that I'm going to do a project on it.
So do check out that book, guys, and I will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.